I I can't express how nervous I am. G'day, everybody. My name is Mith, and I am invisible right now. Man of 100 voices and your dad joke VTuber. G'day, and welcome on in, everybody. Literally all day. All day's been pretty relaxing. For the past hour. Megu, I'm so glad you were able to make it. G'day. Everyone, g'day, welcome on in. I'm so happy you're here. Phantoms, g'day, welcome. I've had a frog in my throat. Is that an actual phrase? I feel like that's a phrase. I've had a frog in my throat for like the past hour. I tried eating a dinner because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get hungry, and now it feels like my throat is slightly swollen, so I'm like, oh, I'll just drink a lot. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be sick. Oh, I'm gonna be sick. What? And I don't know why I'm so nervous. Why am I nervous? I'm so excited. I just want to do this. Good news, I'm not sick. That was a nervous cough. That wasn't anything. I brought my new girlfriend for the special occasion. G'day, new girlfriend. That's a weird title for me to shout out. Anyways, g'day, welcome. Yes, I'm okay. I'm just actually nervous. Pretty sure that's a phrase. Good. If not, it's a phrase now. Wonderful. The frog is in the throat and it's causing me a lot. All right. I'm not gonna beat around the bush for too long, because let's be honest, we didn't come here to talk in my office without me appearing. Where the hell is the fun in that? Get that new girlfriend. Yes, there's into the quote book. That cough sounded like instant death. That is just how I clear my throat. Assertively. I couldn't even get that out. Anyways, let's begin. Because drum roll, please. Does drum roll come through? Oh shit, it does. Hell yeah. You thought I was the gnome? Nope, no! I am not dropkick. Fuck that guy. Feet first. Technically, I'm gonna say yes, but technically there's something before it. So all right, you guys ready? Done. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so before we get to the model, at the very bottom of the model, we will see that it was made by Kyoki Studios, which we can find. I'll do a debut a little bit later. I can't get rid of this. It is part of the model that I obtained. This is an unremovable, what's the word I'm looking for? Watermark. That's the one I'm looking for. This is an unremovable watermark to let everybody know that this is indeed Kyoki's model. I actually gotta get, see, I'm getting choked up. This is how nervous I am. But this is indeed Kyoki's model. This is the male customizable model on Kyoki's VGen, which I will be showing off in a bit. There is also reference to their Twitter in the description. I'm glad nobody checked there ahead of time, because you eagle-eyed people would have already known this fact. Invite Kyoki to the stream someday? I could. But their team is very busy with all of their art and rigging. This is a wonderful customized male model. Hard-coded in the model. It is hard-coded. And they directly stated, you can remove the removable watermark, because there's two, but this one, if you remove, you will be sued. So it's there. This is by Kyoki. So let's actually start with it, because underneath it, look who's on top. Rowan's here. Rowan can have his chair. Feet. No, but, well, not incorrect, but shoes. They are shoes. Yeah, look at that. Oh, guys, look. My shoelaces have rigging capabilities to them. Ain't that cool? Okay, yeah, oh, sorry, chat. I don't mean to stand on top of you. Don't worry, we will move. But yes, we have shoes. The Emperor is here to bear witness. Yes, Yes, he is. I got that song from the SpongeBob SquarePants introduction for the Krabby Patty. You are absolutely right. That's exactly where that came from. Feet inside of the shoes. There are feet inside of the shoes, but luckily the shoes don't. The shoes might be able to come off. There's a lot of features on here that I didn't explore within this model. Future exploration, that is probably not one that'll ever happen because we'll probably never see the shoes again because let's be honest, unless you're Ishties who flips upside down every other stream, this is the only time you've ever seen below my ankle. I stepped in gum? Where? Which one? Which one has the gum? Are my shoes tied with earthworms? Why are they moving? What do you mean? Don't your shoelaces move when you move? But okay, as you can see, kind of strangely with the way the pattern moves, but I got jeans. Well, isn't that cool? Yeah, look at that. Shoes, jeans, how casual. Because of course I'm casual. Because as not only the man of 100 voices, but I mean, not a spy. I am an agent from Not a Spy. From the Not a Spy agency. I'm not an agent, I'm not a spy. I work for Not a Spy agency. So of course I dress casually. Why wouldn't I dress casually? Casual is the only way that makes sense, right? Wow, that's trippy. Not trippy, because I can't trip because my shoelaces are tied. Ha-ha! Digging the jeans, thank you! I'm as casual as an explosion. Your honesty hurts sometimes, but it only hurts because I know you're right. That, the man of swag. Agent of the Emperor, I work for Not a Spy agency. Just because it resides within the Rowan Empire doesn't mean anything. You've arrived and behold feet, wonderful. You're just in time for the feet and legs because, big surprise, jeans are jeans. Phantoms does say it like it is. He has advantage. And would you look at that? I have knees. Knees. Yuri! G'day, welcome on in. Good Lord, all the friends are joining today. That's awesome. Okay, yes, my jeans have knees and my knees have jeans. Shocker. Okay, I didn't put a whole lot of effort into designing a lot of the bottoms here. And when I say design, I do mean I use the options available because as we will get to later, this is Kyoki's male customizable model. So it has features, let me tell you, it has features. And I'll admit, I was happy with the jeans and shoes because let's be honest, you don't really see my legs too often anyways. So I put more attention on the top. Jeans are jeans and balls are balls. Why do people have such good quotes of me? Where are these features? We will get to them later. Because we have a lot to explore today. So yeah, what's that? Tickle, tickle. Tickle, 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 chat. Tickle, tickle. Okay, that's kind of creepy. I have hands. Big shocker, right? Oh, you're starting to get a little bit of a sneak preview. What's this? What's this? What's above the jeans? What is that? Actually, wait. No, seriously, what is that? No. What is happening? This is what happens when nerves mixes with ADHD mixes with I'm a fucking goofball. I just got hands worth catching. Naked hands? Luckily, no. They are not naked hands. Hold on. Where are the buttons? Where are the buttons? Where are the buttons? Do you remember what the buttons are? Does this make the naked hands? Oh, now they're naked hands. See, buttons exist. But no, okay, so see, it's a turtleneck. It's turtlenecked hands. It's perfectly fine. But yes, as we lower, quickly. Well, would you look at that? Is this a zip-up kind of jacket-like thing? By God, yes it is. And look at that color. Ooh, what a nice color. Focus on the pockets. Don't focus on anything else because the pockets and the zipper and okay, we're gonna move on because underneath as well. Oh, the classic Crit Myth black shirt. Because let's be honest, 2.0 has kind of made it so it's like we know what my style is. I wear a black shirt. I wear a blue jacket. But is this actually a jacket? Hold on, the zipper goes all the way down. Oh my God, it might not be a zip. It's not a jacket. You know what this is, chat? Because I know what this is. Here, I'm gonna move out of the way so you guys can start guessing at what it is. That's right. We got ourselves a zipper hoodie. Holy crap, bring back the teenage years. We got a black shirt and a zipper hoodie. Chew toy strings. They are not a chew toy strings, god damn it. Pockets and Zimmy delight. Guess the pocket. Yes, to my knowledge, there's not a way for me to put my hands in the pocket, but that's okay. Because there are many other features of why that can't happen, but that's okay. We will figure things out. Hey, comfort gaming? Very comfy for gaming. Very comfy. My boy got himself a hoodie. I got myself a fucking hoodie. Hell yes. Whip out the acoustic guitar and belt out those soft rock melodies. Oh, because it's time to be a gorgeous king. Oh, you should have done that. Oh, you said that. Look at me, I'm giving previews. If not chew toy, then why hoodie string chewable? Okay, that's a valid point. Where'd Rowan go? I lost tracking because I'm looking for the Emperor. I almost said my cat. I do not own the Emperor. The Emperor owns me. No, he doesn't. This is why I need to put the filter on before I start speaking. Did I give hints? Okay, good. I didn't give hints. I was afraid I spoiled stuff. Anyways, you're not under the table. No, he's not. But my feet are starting to sweat. Again, why do I speak? Why do I speak? Because it's fun to speak. I shouldn't speak. Okay, train back on the regular schedule. Excuse me. Rowan has, had enough of my shit. String chewing ASMR when? That's a fair question. I'm gonna give you the honest answer of highly unlikely. Your girlfriend just quietly said femboy and you don't know why. You know, I want to fight the allegations, but you'll probably, she might be able to, yeah. I'll be honest, but yeah, deep slow breaths. Thank you. Yeah, you can tell I'm nervous, or I'm just having a lot of fun. But yeah, don't worry. Crit fanboy confirmed. Not officially, but let's be honest. You know my personality. I'm definitely not a masculine man either. I'm just an asexual male. So I wouldn't quite go as far to say femboy, but I'm also not the pinnacle of masculinity. Neko femboy? Okay, that's going too far, the phantoms. You take that one back. Androgynous is the word you believe? Oh, well, I'm definitely not androgynous. I'm definitely still male. So you're saying there's a chance? All right. Let's go down a little bit more because, it wouldn't, I mean, let's be honest. I've always had the, chain necklace. So it's still around. And now if you pay really close attention, we're coming up to one of the spoilers that was in the Discord. I think it was right around here is the spoiler that I was giving. Oh, look at that spoiler. Oh, look, spoil. Also, you're not a femboy, you're a butch. Respect. Androgynous is the lack of visual gender, like gender neutral clothes or personality. True, but I don't want to say I'm androgynous because I'm not between a femboy and a masculine male. I'm still gendered male. I'm just not. Can you say androgynous male? Just so it's a beautiful face already. Teasing. Okay. This isn't all at once thing normally, right? Guys, I'm just very tall. This is the model. I'm just super tall. All right, fuck it. You guys ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, now that a reveal has happened, let's start this off the way we're supposed to, right? Good day, everybody. My name is Mith, man of 100 voices, and your dead joke VTuber. Happy 3-year fucking anniversary. Please welcome Mith 3. Motherfucking O. Good eye, and welcome, everybody. Sorry for blowing anyone's ears off in that moment. Nice hair, thank you. The expression that I can now portray in this model. Oh my god, it's something else. So yeah. Debut over. Everyone, thanks for being here. This has been fun and no, I'm kidding. Oh god damn. Show us the fangs? Ah. Ah. All right, yeah, we can. Ah. Ah. Yeah. So now eat the no. So yeah. Long story short, this is me. In the drawing, in the flesh, in the here, in the stream. Was I in the museum because I look like a masterpiece? Ah, where's the button? Where's the button? Where's the button? Thank you for the compliment. We'll get around to everything I can do in a little bit. Get your pretty boy ass back here. Oh, so good. Girlfriend was confused by BTS? What's BTS? You liked my avatar a lot? Hell yeah! I like my avatar a lot too. But yeah, so things that I want to do. Hang on. It's somewhere. Did I put it here? This one I put it here. Ah, here it is. So, as you could see, by my feet. This model was made by Kyoki. There it is. All right. So yeah, Kyoki Studio, specifically their second channel is the one where you can buy this. I think their first channel is meant for commissions, but Kyoki Studio has this model. This is the male customizable model that is on their VGen page that is available to absolutely anyone. Do you want a male model that you can customize yourself? Well, you can head over to Kyoki's page and you can pick it up. But Kyoki, thank you so much for having this. And I do want to say thank you to Ishties, who's probably asleep right now or being a degenerate, one of the two. Might even be live. Who knows? But Ishties has their own things. Ishties is the one who told me about Kyoki because I was having a chat with her and we were talking about potentially having this was way back in November, by the way, talking about having a 3.0 model for the 3-year anniversary. And I was mentioning some of the, Ish is sick at the moment. Oh, shit. Oh, that's unfortunate. But do me a favor and give her a shout out for me if you have a chance to. Because we were having conversation, we were talking about 3.0 models, etc., blah, blah, blah. And I was mentioning some of the models that I was looking at and which ones I was, well, for lack of a better word, looking at. The ones that I was interested in. And I found one that I was about to pull the trigger on, and then sick as fuck, like cool or ill? Ill. I assumed ill. But Ish told me to hold off on making the purchase because Kyoki here was in the works of getting a male model ready. I believe the male model was released around like January or something. That's an awesome new look. Thank you. I'm so excited because it has so much good tracking. We're going to show off the tracking. So yes, thank you, Kyoki, for a wonderful model with so many options that allowed me to take the customizable and make it look like me, or a new version of me, the new me. And they've been doing a wonderful job releasing updates. So every time a new update comes out, I get to re-download the model with all the changes, and there's such an easy way to transfer settings over. It's so simple. And they are hard at work with one of the things that might harm me, which is because this is a customizable model, not just like, here's your model with your like 64 layers of, I'm making up 64, let's be honest, it's around 200 layers of items in order to make a VTuber model work. It's here's 200 items that you picked. Each one can transform into the other 8 to 20 different versions of that layer. So it's really load this model with over 16,000 different entries. It's a little taxing. But Kyoki and team is doing a wonderful job working on optimization, trying to get things in a better state so that they can run better. For example, VTube Studio, like in the old model, I had to cap it at 60 frames per second and I was moving at 60. Right now, I'm actually moving around 40. So I'm not quite in 60 FPS. But that's okay. I'm higher than 30, and that's the important part. Tracking looks quite clean. I'm very happy with it. And I'm doing all of this without VBridger, which this model is compatible with. But yeah, let's do some exploring. Everyone who has just, like, wants to take off and whatnot because, hey, I'm here. That's perfectly fine. If you want to see what else I can do. Wait, that might have different implications. Stick around if you want to see what else I can do. How come it's my anniversary and you guys got a gift? Because we get to share this gift together. Because, wait, isn't that also how most VTubing works? That, like, Blue, thank you for the 5 gifties. Everybody who has received a gift. Wait, Blue, did you just give a gift and got it to yourself? Or wait, did you do a gift and you got randomly selected by it? That would be awesome. But congratulations, everybody who have just gotten their visas to become citizens of the Roman Empire. Well, actually, you are knights, so everybody thank Blue for bestowing knighthood upon 5 wonderful citizens. Congratulations, all. Oh boy, do we want to see what you can do? Get your clipping ready, cause I have suspicions. Congrats on the 3.0 debut, dude. Sadly, you're on the clock. Respect, and you still bought 5 knighthood. My man. Don't worry, use the company car for this. Well done, Blue. Well done. That's how to do it. Buy a lottery ticket next? Yes. Should we be worried? Maybe. All right. I will admit, just because of like centering and whatnot, I haven't fully decided what's going to be easier. I think it might be easier to like show off everything we can do on this screen, because now I have like more real estate where I can be like center framed and I don't have to be hitting you guys. Know what I mean? So I might do all my showing off on this screen as opposed to the like chatting stream, because otherwise I can do it like right here, but then I'm blocking you, and where's the fun in that? So I guess we'll just do it on this one. You're about to ask if I have a different scene? I do. Again, like that scene is very well set up for the just chatting, but if I need to be front and center, let's do it here. I'll admit, one of the hard things for my eyes to just get used to is my old model is loaded into my phone and it doesn't quite move the same way. So as I'm watching, as I'm looking around, out of just the corner of my eye, my peripherals, I get to catch my phone preview of my old model and it moves different. It's throwing me off. But yeah, let's do the classic next step of a model debut. And let's go over everything that happens. So, well, first things first. Here's the full look. So here's the full fit. The tiny eyes on this emote are adorable. If you like any of the emotes, you can go pay tribute is what came to my mind. You can thank @BPlease, our wonderful moderator and local artist here, because she designed all of the emotes for the channel, and she will probably design the rest of them too, because I absolutely love them. Also, I saw her here earlier today, so B, your emotes rock! Mini. I'm gonna go stand next to the gnome. Hold on. Drop kick. I see we meet again, you son of a bitch. Hold on, I got a message. Is it important? And nothing that requires my immediate attention. This motherfucking gnome ruined my first D&D experience. Never again. Yeah, there's the full fit. This feels very much like how I would dress. That's the D&D gnome, right? Yeah, drop kick the garden gnome. The garden gnome that I failed 4 grapple checks on because I couldn't roll higher than a 3 for 4 turns in a row, and it kicked my teeth in until I died. Gnomes are evil, that is true. He doesn't look intimidated. You might want to run crit. I failed the intimidation check. I need to re-roll. Disengage! Disengage! My little model looks like he could wreck a home or two. Oh, damn. But yeah, let's start showing off a little bit of what's happening. So I think I need to start from like here-ish. I think here-ish is good. Post paid for by the Kobold Gang. No, confirmed propaganda. Little bro's an ankle biter and an ankle kicker. How is his feet and face at the same height? See, you hate it so much. You spell gnome wrong. Damn you, gnomes! That's okay. You gnomes. Fear crits wrath. No! Yes. But anyways, let's go into the features. So I kind of already alluded to one. I need to remember what buttons are on what. I can hit a really bad button, and I need to make sure I don't hit said bad button. So let's start with the safe ones, right? Safe buttons first. Let's do the safe buttons, because this button scares me. These buttons will be safe. Just like the old model, I was able to port over some things. So we still, for example, have shadowy, glowy eyes. I need to do a little fine tuning because the glow is almost there. Needs a little fine tuning, you know what I mean? Is it a full body strip flex or something? No comment. What does it do? Yes, so we still have the dark eyes. The anime smolder gaze. Yeah, the tracking on this is insane. The amount of expressions that I can make. I mean, even small things like sound effects not included. Even down to just a very simple thing. Like, I have a tongue! It's the small things. So now I can get confused very realistically. Oh, you have no idea. In fact, I think that might be my favorite button. We'll get to my favorite button. New feature for crit acquired. He can Oh shit, do my cheeks actually puff? Hold on. Holy fuck! This model's cooler than I thought! Say the word. I'm not gonna say it, I'm gonna sing it. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. 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 The tracking's impressive though. It's yes. It's a me, Mithio. All right. Actually, out of the things. We have the classic. Dim it with a little lighting. So, you know, when I eventually end up gaming like normal, we still have the standard lighting effects that we have from the old one. Normal light, gaming light. Normal light, gaming light. What else did I carry over? What does this button do? I actually don't know. Ah! It's back! All right, well, that still works. I see it. Wait, isn't that supposed to be blue? Is that something that I can change? Hold on. What happens if I do this? Nope. All right. I guess this makes my jacket look a little dark, but this is still here. Where's the off button? There's the off button. I'm in the Matrix. I'm in the Matrix. Mega Man, I'm jacking in. Let's go. Crit.exe downloaded. Oh god, I'm just having fun right now. Jacking in. Megu, before your mind goes to the place I know your mind is gonna go. Mega Man Battle Network 2. It's a famous line from it. It's where kids And the Mega Man are like Tamagotchis, and they do battle, and the way you battle is you plug in your auxiliary cord into the battle arena, and then you do battle, and they yell, "I'm jacking in" every time. You didn't say anything, my ass. You said jacking in, question mark. But yes, jacking in is a phrase from the Mega Man Battle Network series. A crit battle chip would be busted. I don't know. A crit battle chip would be like, take a fire. Does a random amount of damage between 1 and 20. 1 is more often. Can I blame you? Not in the slightest. Especially, highly recommend just go checking out a Battle Network 2 stream. There is some suggestive dialogue. It's there. But thank you for calling me out on that. All right, so I went 1, 2, 3. I think I have a 4. Is this the rain? I am waiting in the rain. Why do I have a rain toggle? I even had this on the previous model. Why the fuck do I have a rain toggle? It's a good day for rain. Need the sad music. Hello, darkness, my old friend. All right, so rain toggle exists. The buttons you find in VTube Studio, they're there in case we need it. We haven't needed it yet. Guess that explains the hoodie. I wish I could put the hood up for that. Please be the snow button. I think this is the snow button. Hey, look at me. I'm remembering stuff. Quit making it rain. Literal. Just chilling in the snow. Thank you for clarifying. That blew me out of the window. You thought we were goners. Oh, like, blow me out the door. I thought we were gooners. God damn it. Wonderful. Crit Battle Chip would be, would completely deactivate your custom bar and just jack up the power of your Mega Buster. Okay, Manga, you're actually cooking with that. That's 100% what a crit chip would do. It's like, wonderful. Disable custom bar, deal double damage for the next 10 seconds. Snow button! Am I going to use the previous model once in a while still, or is it a complete evolution? Just curious, because some people keep using multiple. For the most part, I'm going to go over here. But as I was kind of alluding to before, this model has, because it's a customizable model and there's so much jam-packed into this, there might be a couple of games that I can't run this model in VTube Studio while playing. We're going to test that on Sunday with the Monster Hunter stream, to be honest. And one of the notes when using the model from Kyoki themselves was that don't use this in the like VNet multiplayer. So like when I was in when Ish and I did that paddle stream, this model would not work in the VNet multiplayer because it will lag the other person's computer. So in the case of like I need to do a collab, I might use the old model instead of like a PNG. So I'm going to treat the old model like I need to improve my computer in order to do the stream. And that's when the old model might come back. But for the most part, we have this. And we can just view the old model as I'm simply putting on one of my disguises for my... And I'm not a spy. I'm not a spy. But I'm putting on a disguise for... Don't ask me why I have disguises. We can just use the old model as a disguise. Like, I need to impersonate myself again. Did I ever do a stream for Mega Man and Bass? I have not. That might be a future thing, though. It'll be cool to see what works. I agree. Took you a second longer than you want to admit before you got it. Oh, something. Oh, there it is. I haven't heard this pun in a while. It's beginning to look a lot like Crit Myth. Everywhere you go. I made a very similar parody song, and I was gonna send it to Critical Role. It's beginning to look a lot like Crit Miss, only natural ones. How could this happen to me? I only needed a 3, but the suffering's begun. Anyways. Some flashback to a minor thing in TF2 of having a spray that says, "This guy is totally not a spy." With an arrow and standing to be pointed by the arrow. That's awesome. New crit model in the big 26, 10K. Good eye, good eye. Long time no see. Yeah! 3.0 model for 3-year anniversary. Those lyrics are golden. Thank you. Obviously they're completely within my joke. We're seriously only 4 subs away. 4 subs away from what? What are you talking about? Is there something I should be aware of? But if we are, cool, I guess. Anyways. 4 subs till 1,000? When did that happen? I checked earlier today. I thought I was at like 950 something. I thought I was 50-ish subs away. Hold on, I'm pushing a button. I don't normally check numbers. I barely check numbers when I'm live. In fact, I never check numbers when I'm live. I don't care about numbers. Hold on, hitting the button. I'm not calling you guys liars. I'm just curious. Okay, yeah, we need a few more. We're 4 away from 960. Okay, that makes me feel better. See, that's what I thought. I'm like, hold on. Who the hell invited 40 subscribers out of thin air? That scared the shit out of me. Okay. Doesn't matter. If we hit it, we hit it. And it's my job to be entertaining so that we can hit. Anyways, we're here to go through the rest of things. Do I have any other buttons on my like backgrounds? I do, we're going fast! Ah! I shouldn't yell. It is still nighttime. I need to pay attention to my neighbors. But yeah, we're going fast. All right, I don't turn that one on too often. It's gone to plaid. Oh, does this do anything? Oh! I have been censored. All of me, I've just been censored. Everyone's not the only one with the zoomies. This is true. Zoomies! Wait, zoomies? Zoomies! Zoomies. Bro, turned into a mosaic. I'm just censored. Why do I got Minecraft eyes? You kind of see that? Huh? Huh? Oh, that's so fucking stupid. Crit pixels. Crit pixels. All right. I think it's time we press the scary buttons. Oh, wait, I have one. Wait, what's this do? What's this do? I forget what all the buttons do now. All right. We're not gonna go to the scary buttons yet. The scary ones are the ones that I'm afraid of. Objection! Lines from Ace Attorney. Listen here, Squidward. Do the thing, do the thing. All right, all right, I think this is the right ones. These be the right ones. Is this the classic? Oh, that's so cute. We gotta have hard eyes. You gotta have hard eyes. But you know what's been very improved in this new one? That's right. It's a shiny. It's a shiny. Wait. Chat's getting obliterated for no reason, and now Crit himself is getting full body censor. You too! No, it's too much. It's too much. Pretty, shiny. I know in the old model, the problem was, excuse me, the shiny was like white or blue, and my irises were white, so you couldn't tell the shiny, and it barely was any large. But yeah, now it's there. What do the other buttons do? I'm kind of concerned. Oh wait, let me think on that a moment. Why doesn't it come to my chin? I'm bad at thinking. Clearly. And on his debut, no less. Have you no shame, rectangular play button bastard? Well, I'm pretty bad at thinking. That's okay. This is fun. You look like you're drinking from an invisible cup. Gamer subs from the place I'm not sponsored by. I am clearly sponsored by just look what's in my hand. Sponsored. Stretch, anime boy! Stretch! All right, what do the other buttons do? We're kind of going in the reverse order, which is fine. This should be... that's right. when I was playing Monster Hunter earlier this week, because obviously I was playing Monster Hunter earlier this week because the last title update came down, and 10-star 5 damage Arch-Tempered Arkveld came out. And as you can tell by my tone of voice, that motherfucker kicked my ass. He ragdolled me for 25 minutes, and then I actually hunted him for another 15, and it took me 40 minutes of pain in the ass misery. It made me mad. Angie. Angie. I can smile it away. You wouldn't. You wouldn't leave me, would you? You no. No, you would. I can't pull off a yandere. What the fuck? Not but misery, the life of a hunter. Passive aggression. Oh, that's active aggression. That ain't passive aggression. And as we already previewed, we have the classic eyeshadow. And because of the tracking on this one, the shock factor is really well done. Uh-huh. No, Kurt, I promise I won't leave. You, why would you say that? Why would you say that? You weren't planning on leaving, were you? What? Why were you planning on leaving? Yeah. Well, it's a good thing I'm a happy personality. You don't have to worry about those coming out too often. How much do you have to emote IRL for it to do this compared to the last model? How much do I have to emote? Well, I will be completely honest with you. This is about how much I was emoting with the previous model, which should tell you the limitations that I ran into with the previous model. The puppy talk, guys. Crying ASMR stream when? Stop asking for ASMR streams. You know my first ASMR stream is going to be me sensually and quietly reading the plot to Shrek. Why did I say sensual? Whisperingly. Not sensually. I will not do anything sensually. I'm gonna shut the fuck up now. And how much am I emoting? If you saw me in real life, you would think I was either on or off something. That would be hilarious. Evercrit stream is an ASMR stream to you? Aww. Are you saying I talk quiet? No. Because I will raise you that one, and that's a lie. I'm a loud motherfucker. You're about to say, I said sensually. No. I did, but I didn't mean it. Maybe I did. Where is my filter? Has somebody seen my filter? I seem to have lost it. So essentially, we give me 100k subs. Yes. I can't even do it as a joke. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. The ogre steps out from the shitter. Sorry. Just digging up gold here. That would be a terrible stream. Now, the B movie script. No. Not the B movie. We stay away from the B movie. Podra, keep going. No. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. Oh, I actually sound like an anime character? I've been told that about everything about me. Whether I'm doing a voice or I'm just talking, I've been told I sound like an anime character. It's one of the reasons I wanted to get into voice acting. Because I know, like, especially as a kid, and I know this is debut stream. Maybe I should say story for later. I always thought voice acting was emphasis on the voice. That's wrong. Emphasis on the acting. You're still an actor when you're a voice actor. You're just not a flesh actor. You're a voice actor. And see, flesh actor sounds weird. It's why they drop it and they just say actor. But a voice actor is do all the acting but use your voice instead. So you just need to make a believable persona and a voice. But it's not too important about the fucking voice. It's important about the acting. But obviously as a kid, I didn't know this, so I did a bunch of voices. So we can do anything from, what are good examples? Like, you do impersonations, right? Especially because sometimes when you go into a role, they say we're looking for a voice like this, look at this voice for reference. So like, sometimes you just want to be a little kid, you know? You just gotta believe. And I don't fully understand what you mean. Wait, the game's not over yet. So I'm gonna keep staying on the court and playing volleyball. So you can do it. Flesh actors scare you. Sometimes they're meant to. That's a good thing to keep. Holy shit, I kind of do. Ooh. It's like Shakespeare and Mozart are making sweet, sweet love together in your ears. Very visual. I hope they get along. Sing those ogre melodies tonight. Sing those ogre melodies to me, Blueberry Bush Daddy. Oh, there's a title that I don't want on my gravestone. You try to sharpen up at voice work if you weren't criminally opposed to being recorded. That does make it difficult. Voice acting is fun because a good way to get into it, a lot of characters, is be slightly dramatic with the personality you're trying to convey. Very true. I mean, who gets into acting just to portray the flesh of another human, right? I want to portray the voice of a anime character who got isekai'd by Truck-kun and magically became overpowered. That's the acting I want to do. Anyways, back to model. Story time comes after model stuff. What buttons do I have left? I did this one? Right, that was my crying one. I'm gonna give you guys a heads up of why I keep looking down and like losing tracking. So the way I set up all my models is I have all of my toggles on the numpad. So we have gone through 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We have 3, 2, 1 left. I'm kind of scared of 3, 2, 1. I remember what 1 does. I don't remember what 3 and 2 do, which is why I'm scared. The time I got reincarnated as a dice that only rolls once. Okay, we found it. There's the title of the anime I would star in. My character, why is he so unlucky? What the hell is going on? What I didn't realize is the world that I now exist in cares about low rolls. But I keep looking down at my numpad because that's where all my buttons are. And because I still type on my numpad from time to time, I promote to other VTubers that haven't learned this trick, and especially on things where people are like, hey, I'm a new VTuber. What's a trick that you learned that you wish everybody would know? Double key your toggles. So like all of my emotes are on the 1 through 9 if I'm holding the plus key. All of my like backgrounds, all of this stuff, that's if I'm holding the divide key, but I'm still hitting the numbers 1 through 9. Broken weighted dice. Yeah, weighted dice are just extremely unlucky. Could be both. That time I got reincarnated as a weighted dice that only rolls ones. Sorry, I'm trying to lose the weight. Type shit? No, I will say shit. Yeah. That's slang that's outside of my age group. Here lies Crit Myth, loving streamer, Blueberry Bush Daddy. Oh, fuck. Anyways, we have 3 buttons left. I remember what one of them do. I don't remember what the other 2 do. Let's hit them. What does plus 3 do? That didn't do anything. Plus 2? Is something happening? No. I have a couple of arm toggles. That's what I was curious about. Is outside of my age group. You knew what it meant. You're outside of my age group. You forgot type shit is more common on Tumblr. You need to get off that website. All right. I think I know what this last button does. These buttons... I'm not doing that. No. No. Not yet. No. Wait, no. The filter came off. Where's the filter? I need the filter again. Fuck. All right. Don't latch onto that. This is your reality too. You think I'm stuck in here with you? Oh no. You're stuck in here with me. Why are we downstairs and bound? No. I was thinking if there was any hand movements, that's all. That's a Discord exclusive. All right. I have a favor to ask. There's 2 criteria to this favor, but I need a volunteer. The true criteria is A, you understand that what's about to happen is a joke and it is not an actual insult. Therefore, you have a constitution and willpower strong enough to understand that, hey, the Mr. Streamer kind of used me as the butt of a joke and it's okay. If you're okay with that, type something stupid. If you're okay with being the butt of a joke, type something stupid. I see a couple of volunteers. The time I got reincarnated as a dice that only rolls critical ones. Plot. Truckcoon sends our protag to a world where game's a chance. Rule every decision he gets picked up by a dude or antagonist. The pair go on a Yami Yugi tag. Team adventure pratfalling the foes in the Matrix style antics and defeats. Wow, bunch of people are saying something stupid. The moon is flat. Something stupid. Okay, everybody's got the same sense of humor of saying something stupid. I like this. Crit myth. Motherfucker. That's not stupid. Damn it. Well played. The moon is flat. I can work with that one. The moon is flat. Oh, good. That button's exactly where I thought it was. There was no way where I had this much control that I wasn't gonna make a chibi doki toggle. Oh, God. Chibi inspires us all. Some more than others. Oh, that's gonna be something. That's gonna be fun. You're honored to be insulted. I'm happy for you. Yes. All right. Now I have to go push the buttons that I'm afraid to push. Because some of them are nice. Some of them I'm scared of. Random bullshit question. Okay, but anyone know of a character who has a full face mask that's designed like an upside down face? Not by name. I make that face IRL too. It's hauntingly beautiful. Well said. Yes, the spooky buttons because... hello, Star Command. Ha! Star Command! Come in, Star Command! Buzz Lightyear to Star Command! I read you, Star Command! You actually have the rare U2s of her that has those eyes? Hell yeah! Well done, Zayloff. Congrats on the rare drop. All right, I'm scared because I don't remember which button did what. Let's start with the one that I think is safe. This one should be... Aha! It is safe. It's a controller. Okay, so I had that one down. Yeah, so classic, we still have a controller. It's not the same controller I had last time because this is the controller that came with the model that we were able to adjust. And as you can see, the transition has a little bit of like fade in and out. That's just part of the model. Okay. I'm going to be quick on this draw because this is either going to be good or very, very bad. It was the bad one. So I can take my jacket off because, of course, I get hot from time to time. Hold on. So yeah, we still have the classic black shirt, but you put the jacket back on. We can go to the shirt. Just hold your horses. You saw nothing. Yay, jacket off. Yeah, jacket off. Yeah, we can put the hoodie on. We can put the hoodie off. So I have a question for you all. Who remembers Crit Myth 1.0? Does anybody remember Crit Myth 1.0? You can see the exact millisecond you panicked. I don't know what you're talking about. We'll get to the panic later. But who remembers Crit Myth 1.0? Because 2.0 had the nice like sweater jacket and had the more casual look, you know, this vibe that we're going for with this. You remember Crit Myth 1.0? Because I do as well. Does anybody remember what Crit Myth 1.0 wore? Very slightly from like shorts and such. Does anybody remember what he wore? That's right. He wore a suit. And what suit is complete with this pleb of a t-shirt underneath? That's wrong. There we go. That's more like it. But feathers, no feathers. No, he didn't wear a t-shirt, he wore a dress shirt. Not showing the kick me sign on the back of the suit. That's true. There might be a kick me sign back here, but you'll never see it. Because I'm 2D, which means you can't see my back. Yo, okay, Dad. But yes. And as you could guess, the jacket can come off. So we could just be in a dress shirt. Yeah. We have this available to us. I have no back and thus no ass. That is a valid point. The only ass here is me, and it is not mine. Wait. Anyways. My boy got swag. Crit, are you a special? Because I think lots of people will order me. Oh, yes, I am the daily special. Chef made me just today. The only ass, but you're right here. Valid point. We have multiple asses here. We will share this ass. Wait. Again, the filter needs to stay on. Filter needs to stay on. Date night with Crit. Well, we have the option to now, right? Like, I can be nice and dapper, and I can approach in the proper attire. And then when we sit down, there we go. I will admit, I'm kind of scared what the other buttons do. What does this one do? That one does nothing. How about this one? This one? This one. That one did nothing. Okay. Is it America's ass? No, that's owned by Captain America. I don't have America's ass. Okay. I have one bit of fear. And you guys already saw it. So I'm going to preface this. Do we have wings on this model? Nope, no wings this time. Or at least not that I toyed around with. I don't have wings coming out of my ass like the old one did. You got a suit recently? Let's go! You need to get the arms readjusted on it, though. It's always nice when you get a fitted suit. It feels amazing. No crit moth? No, not this time. I'm trying to decide how to do this. I did kind of already spoil it with the wrong button push. What's the YouTube rules here? The abs, here we come. Yeah. So you guys saw what can happen, right? Most normal VTuber chat. It's pretty normal, all things considered. Oh, right. Yes, I could show this off. That look. No matter what happens, I can still play with my controller. I don't have to do what I did last time and order a new controller for every single outfit. All right, everybody, get your eyes ready. Glue them to the screens. Because you're going to get this for 3 seconds and no more. Okay? There probably won't be anything really to show you. I'd hope you're sure you'll be fine. Uh-huh. Yeah. Get your eyes ready. Because in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Why am I excited? I ain't gay. It's okay. I'm A, so who gives a shit? That's what she said. Yep. Yeah. So that's an option. There's fun to play around with that. As you saw, that's the wrong one. I accidentally took it off for a little while. But yeah. Okay, am I single? I'm a VTuber. Of course I'm single. It had swimsuit tan lines for a racing suit. I don't know what you're talking about. No, it didn't. Wait, did it? Hold on. Why is it snowing? I don't know what you're talking about. Shots fired. Hope the YouTube police did see that. I hope they enjoyed it. But yeah. Options are available. Do I have any other buttons? I don't think so. I don't think I have played around with coloration on this model yet, so I haven't played around with like toning the colors or anything like that. There's a few things. Loving the fit? Thank you. Dayton Scimitar locked in. Got it. Yes, you have to get to the final level to get to that stage. This and this, and this goes off, this goes on. There we go. Everything's right. Oh, is it just shading on the shoulders that made an illusion? Possibly. But I'm not going to show it again. Great, hear me out. Put on the suit and do the thinking pose. Might look good. Okay, I can listen to that. Suit, shirt off, shirt on, and thinking pose. Where was thinking pose? Was this thinking pose? Thinking pose. Thinking. Yeah. Little fine-tuning. Sipping his invisible wine. Indeed. I think for the most part, though, that's most of what we have. Holy shit, it's been an hour. What a wonderful debut. What a wonderful 3-year anniversary. Jacket off, sweatshirt on, shirt switch, good. Yeah. Thinking pose with a drink PNG would be perfect for singing Sinatra. That's true. Hold on. What was the button for this? There's something somewhere. Settings. Is it in this? Is it in this? I think it's in this. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? I'm very scared to hit some of these buttons. Left control and Q. Why do I keep forgetting that exists? Why didn't I put that on somewhere that's important? Left control and Q. Oh, where'd this come from? Somebody say singing Sinatra. We still got gamer subs? Unfortunately, in this one, no. I haven't gotten a gamer subs cup yet, but there is a good chance, a good strong chance, that I will be pinging B and Kyoki to figure out if we can, say, get like a gamer subs cup into the hand and then link it with the hand model. I want to see if that's possible, because that way it will change with the arm along with everything that goes on. So if we can get it as a base arm option, then we don't need to like draw a new PNG on top of everything, and it'll be connected to the model at the arm, and I think that would be a good look. I need little pictures you can put over your keys so you know what each one does. The thing is, as I was mentioning before, a trick that VTubers do for their keys, and that I constantly recommend to other VTubers, is to double key your settings so that I can push on like all of my numpad things. So like when I'm just typing on my keyboard, I'm not freaking out and doing stuff. So all of my toggles are tied to my numpad with hold down one of the like math buttons, the divide, the multiply, the plus, or the minus. And then in my brain and my grouping, I try to make it so that each button does its own thing. Like I hold down the plus keys in order to change my expression. That's all plus key things. Minus key was for changing colors in Crit 2 and Crit 1. This one, I haven't played around with colors yet because, again, it's brand fucking new. I've had it for like a month, almost a month and a half now. But it's on the newer side of things. So I haven't bound any of the minus keys yet. The star keys are all for changing outfits. And then the divide keys are for changing lighting effects and backgrounds and like snow. Like a tiny muscle over the ab key and a little picture of a suit for the code key. I just need to remember that the upper clothes are on the upper row and the lower clothes are on the lower row. I had them backwards because in Crit 2.0, the jacket was on +2, and on this model, the shirt is on +2? No, +2 does nothing. Star 2. So they moved. Very organized, activity type, and then subtype. Yeah! I'm so goddamn happy. There are a few things that I still want to show off. Let me get them ready first. The fact that I didn't get these ready is my problem. Let's see. Save. In here. No. In here. I guess it can go in here. Oh, I guess it's being saved as that. That's fine. I also can't read chat, so I'm realizing what I'm doing right now is really stupid. Don't worry. Almost got these done. Okay, got them prepped. Now I can come back. Oh man, just cracked your neck? Oh, I hope it was a good crack and not the painful crack. And somehow feels fantastic and agonizing simultaneously. Okay, it was both at the same time. Excellent, excellent. Hold on, I gotta do a recentering. There we go, that feels much, much better. All right, I was doing things. Here we go. Let's swap this out. So I want to show off a few things. So not only is the 3.0 debut today, but also remember the reason we had the 3.0 debut today is because today is my actual 3-year anniversary. I unfortunately don't have anything planned other than the 3.0 debut, but I mean, it is still my anniversary. YouTube even knew this, which is kind of suspicious now that I think about it. I shared it on Discord, the message I saw when signing into YouTube today, and they're like, it's your 3-year anniversary. 3 years ago, you released your first video. YouTube? This channel, obviously I haven't had videos on the channel, but I created this channel back in, 2008. And it's the channel that I originally streamed to back in college. Happy anniversary, thank you! It's 3-year Crits anniversary. 3 years ago, I did my first VTuber stream. That part is accurate. However, this channel used to have my original stream videos on it way back in the day. So if YouTube is like a computer, which we know it is, the first video I ever put on the channel was uploaded from Twitch. It was a full VOD, maybe a little bit of editing, back in 2012. So why is YouTube calling today my 3-year anniversary? Now, to be fair, I did hide all those videos. I made them all private because it's just not what the channel is anymore, and we don't need to see that anymore. So maybe it's going by only visible things, or I'm putting on a tinfoil hat for this. What if YouTube has been hearing the fact that I have been saying today is my 3-year anniversary for the last month, and then I put a stream for today titled my 3-year anniversary? What if this is YouTube's AI going through the fact that it's seeing my voice say this is my 3-year anniversary and it believed me? Crazier things have happened. Maybe they reset the anniversary whenever the channel name changes. That is true that I did change the channel name and then that video came out. So maybe something like that. There might be something in there. Think you're gonna go because it's 4 a.m. Omi, thank you for hanging out. Yes, go get some sleep. Congrats on 3 years. Glad you're happy with the model. I am, by the way, in like 2 days, you might have a pretty cool thing to show me. Ooh, hope you're okay with DC pinging. Yes. I hope you're still around to hear this, Omi, but yes, you are perfectly fine with that. I gaslit the AI. I win this time, AI. All right. YouTube has a crush on me. Ow. it's listening to my phone calls. That's sweet, right? That's supposed to be sweet. What's my dream game? Yes, sorry. I missed that. I was yapping and doing things, but I did see that. I did forget about it. Define dream game. So are you asking, like, if a game came out, doesn't currently exist, what would it be? Or what is my dream game, as in what is the best game that I have ever played and what would I tweak about it to make it perfect? Or is it any iteration on that? Oh, good, Omi, you're still here. Yes, go get some sleep. It is late. I appreciate you stopping by. Go get some rest, but yes, ping me in 2 days. I'm perfectly chill with it. The first one. Okay, so if a game could come out, well, I will let you know that my friends have recently dubbed a new term. Because we have found out something. That there is a type of game that I absolutely adore. They're not good games, but I'm addicted to them. You've seen me play them. You see me play one. I tend to play them off stream. But just like how there's Friend Slop and then all the other games, and the new thing is just like come up with a term and put the word slop on it because it's like, oh, we just made this quick. It's not meant to be good. It's just there. So like Friend Slop because of like Repo and Peak, and it's like it doesn't feel like it's a hard-made game, but they're incredible games. Friend Slop is an amazing category. I adore Friend Slop. But then there was like Soul Slop and Card Slop and Roguelike Slop, and they just throw the word slop after everything. So my group of friends came up with a term called Crit Slop. And it's games that I play, and this is how it's described. It has to require a level of ADHD in order to do it. With just a tinge of that slightly obsessive, like autistic nature. You know what I'm talking about? Like how do you keep going at this? It's like, it just feels right. I will rattle off 3 games as an example. Shit, why can't I think of the first one? The first one is a game about digging a hole. If you've played or seen a game about digging a hole, that's a Crit Slop game. What it needs to be is casual and easy. So like it's not a challenge in the sense of like Souls-like is like the easiest to bring up to like the other extreme of this is a super challenge. You play Souls-likes because you want the challenge and you want that feeling of overcoming that challenge. Crit Slop is I want a game that I can practically play with my eyes closed because it's casual, basic fun. A game about digging a hole is just so satisfying. Satisfaction is a part of it. It needs incremental leveling up. Like a game about digging a hole is perfect Crit Slop. Absolutely love it. So I need to dig to pick up rocks. What do I do with rocks? I sell them. Why do I sell rocks? Well, it makes me money. What do I do with money? I spend money so I can dig better. And you already see it. Power Wash Simulator's on that list. Yes, Power Wash Simulator is also Crit Slop. It didn't scratch the itch the right way. A game about digging a hole is a 15 out of 10 Crit Slop game. Power Wash Simulator, the incremental level up isn't quite there. Like what I would want in Power Wash Simulator is as you clean, you can turn the money not into like new cleaning tools, but like I can run faster, I can clean faster. Just I need to get stronger as the game goes on. Oh, Exponential Weirdness Novelty Slop. Yes! Also works. You never use soap in Power Wash Simulator? Nor have I, because as a person, I don't like ammo. So if in the Crit Slop game, you put a limited resource, already out the window. Needs unlimited resource. A game about digging a hole does have energy, but you can always buy energy. So you go back to the top and you refill your energy with money. And that's just so you just don't keep digging down. It's a good reset point. Old school Minecraft before everything got added, even before hunger. Yes, that would be another, maybe. There's no like stats to level up in there. The leveling up was I got a better piece of gear. Like I went from wood tools to stone tools to iron tools. It's kind of there. So satisfying gameplay, incremental growth, progression without too much difficulty, Metroidvanias. Metroidvania, I wouldn't say is a Crit Slop. But I do love Metroidvanias. They're definitely adjacent. Leave It Alone is another, like, 10 out of 10 masterpiece Crit Slop game. What do? You pick up leaves. Why did you pick up leaves? Well, you can throw them in the trash. What does throwing them in the trash do? Gives you money. What does money do? Buys you upgrades. What do the upgrades do? Makes you pick up leaves better. Okay, and then why do you do that? So you can pick up all the fucking leaves. What do you mean? And then I enjoy them and if I super enjoy it, I try to speedrun the game. So like Leave It Alone, try to speedrun it. Game about digging a hole, speedrun it. Shoot 'em ups has too much aiming. Because like I wouldn't consider Vampire Survivors as an example of like a Crit Slop game, because even that is a little bit too far beyond just the no threat satisfaction. There's a way that I can game over too soon. Crime Scene Cleaner might be a crit slop game, 100%. There must be a positive feedback loop to let you do more game per loop. Yes. The one that I just recently 100%ed was Berry Berry Berry. That one was a little creepy, I'm not gonna lie. That one caught me off guard. But Berry 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 is high up on the list. Crime Scene Cleaner is one that I want. And one that I just recently, I haven't 100%ed it. I kind of want to, do I want to 100% on stream? Nah, that'd be weird. What's the one that I just played? And they gotta be like dirt cheap. Like they're on Steam and they're really cheap. Vampire Survivors is fun, don't get me wrong. But it is not a, excuse me. I wouldn't call it a crit slop game. It's a different fun game. Not Rosary Laurel. You're right, Laurel does make it easier. It is possible to turn completely invincible in Vampire Survivors unless they nerfed Laurel. Yes, there is the infinite where you actually kill the Reaper because you do the Laurel thing. Yes, that still exists. Forest Hustle. Yep, that's the one. I'm glad you knew that before I did Phantoms. Yes, Forest Hustle is the newest crit slop game that I have been having a shitload of fun with. What about old Sonic, like Sonic 2, just basic platforming with jumping and power-ups? The platforming doesn't yield the power-ups. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying any game that isn't crit slop is bad by any means. We know this. That's not what I'm saying. But it doesn't fit the mold. I would say the perfect example is a game about digging a hole. If you haven't seen or played, specifically played, I think you have to play it to get the feeling for it. If you have played a game about digging a hole, you know exactly what a crit slop game feels like. And I adore these games. So my dream game, that's where this all started, would be a game like that. Give me something that's a mundane task, something that's really easy, but you can tell is gonna be tedious if I said repeated a billion times. But give me a mundane task. Completing the task gives me some kind of currency. And I'm going to use the term currency because it's going to be point, dollars, or anything. But this currency can be turned into upgrades that make doing the mundane task faster, easier, or more efficient so that we see this exponential growth. In minute 1, I can do 1 thing per second. By minute 5, I'm up to like 2, maybe 3 things per second. And then I find out there's more things that require stronger things, where it doesn't matter if I can do 3 things per second, I need to do at least 10 things per second to do 1 of the new thing per second. And then doing that earns me faster currency for the more expensive upgrades that allow me to eventually do thousands of things per second. Even just talking about this is giving me dopamine, because I'm imagining it. You think you remember the name of the closest genre unfolding games? For the closest genre, unfolding games. I'm not familiar with them. I'm gonna look them up. Is it genre unfolding games or just unfolding games? Unfold Games, Steam Curator. Unfold Games has only done Daro the Crypt. Oh, unfolding games. Unfolding games are games which reveal new mechanics over time. Oh, I see. Similar. Yeah, I would say it has to have a level of unfoldingness to it. Cookie Clicker? I have never played Cookie Clicker. Is that a game that I would like? I've heard things about Cookie Clicker. Most of them jokes. Is that a game where you click cookies? Oh, it is. Oh no, yep, Cookie Clicker is 100% a crit slop kind of game. That reminds me of like Clicker Heroes for mobile. There's a name for that kind of game, apparently. Ever played Universal Paperclips? I have not. Your thought was a dark rune. Starts like Cookie Clicker, ends like Fallout. That's interesting. Rowan. Welcome in. Clicker Heroes mentioned? Yeah. Those were my games. Now I'm very happy with the games that I currently have on my phone. Specifically, I only play 1 or 2, and they are completely... I play them in the bathroom, because that's all phone games are for, in my opinion. Obviously, there are some good phone games, but I personally don't pull out my phone to play phone games. And when I do, it's the same game that I use when that's happening. I use the, oh shit, what's it called? Delta. Delta is a Game Boy emulator for iPhone. And I play the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy Color on my Delta emulator on my phone. That's what I do. Your top 2 dream games are a battle royale in the skin of vehicular combat, and the track breaks down as time goes on. That's awesome. And the riding simulator. The concept you think of is to express the first one is that of 2 bridges, a skinny unsafe bridge and a wide safe bridge, but midway into the race, the wide bridge collapses, so now it's just gone. Oh, that's cool. I could very much see that. Like, what if you took Twisted Metal, but instead of making it a battle arena, you made it a racetrack, and the goal is to go around the racetrack doing vehicular combat as you would. But yeah, the track slowly breaks down and shrinks as it keeps going on, and it gets tighter and tighter, till eventually you have to keep racing on a singular path line. Oh, that's a cool concept. You played Clicker Heroes on the school Chromebooks when you were in middle school, and the YouTuber get mad at you for it? What do you mean? You only had to click like a demon for a little while, and then you just bought the thing that did the thing for you. Then you just minimized it and went back to work. Nice model crit. Thank you, Minimal. I'm very happy with it. I have a few tweaks left to do. Like, the mouth is close. Like, it does a lot better tracking, right? But I'm trying to get it to be very responsive, even when I'm not like hyper emoting in order to get really good mouth movement. You know what I mean? Because I will get tired if that happens. But I have noticed that I am kind of a mumbler. So I need to do my best to figure out, like, how do I set it so that it's not constantly open, but while I'm doing my mumbling, it's still responding. That's sort of like what Carmageddon was aiming to do, but it never really hit that sweet spot. Vehicular combat. A game or a concept that was like popular-ish, but never like got to mainstream levels. The death race in F-Zero X is kind of a fetal version of that concept. Okay. And that's a battle royale and a vehicular combat skin, but the track is completely static and a simple square. Okay. And similar to other races where it's like the last place or the last 2 places get cut off, so you just keep doing laps until eventually everybody falls off. It's like scratching the itch, but I see what you mean. It's not quite there. Just bought a game about digging a hole. Let's go. Highly recommend it. It's simple, it's fun. I'm actually gonna do a spoiler, and it's not a spoiler. How much time do I have in a game about digging a hole? I have 12 hours in that game. There's 10 achievements. I have 12 hours in a game about digging a hole. It does not take 12 hours to do a single run. I have done hundreds of runs on a game about digging a hole. In fact, sometimes I open the game, which I haven't done in a year because I'll be honest, Leave It Alone is a more fun speedrun than a game about digging a hole. Game about digging a hole speedrun, glitchless. Because the glitch speedrun is kind of dumb. You do this weird thing where you break the shop and you end up falling through the floor. It's stupid. I don't like that glitch. It's cool to see for the first time, to see like how could you break the game, but it's just not fun to do this thing, run to the shop, break the game, fall through the floor, win in under a minute. Stupid. There is an achievement for beat the game in under 30 minutes though. It's not easy. Cracks neck. Well then, let's get this started. I would say, I think my first playthrough of the game, I don't know if I beat it on my first sitting, but I cracked like 3 hours into the first play run because I was just having fun exploring and doing the stuff. It was great. 956 number, the number of Border South Texas. I'm not aware of that. Also closer to 1K. We're getting there. And you know, if we don't get there, no big deal. There's so many people here that are happy and entertained by me, which makes me happy. That's all I need in life. That's all I need with this channel. As long as you guys are here, you're having fun. I don't care if you are the only ones here. If everybody else unsubscribed or only tuned in time to time, that's okay. That's the purpose of the channel. Tune in when you can. Watch what you can. As long as you're being entertained, I'm going to keep going. I don't need to hit 1,000 subscribers. I don't need 10,000 or whatever arbitrary cutoffs. It would be cool because that means there's more people that I get to make laugh, smile, chuckle, and like have a good, fun time. But if I don't get there, I don't get there. No big deal. Bugging it is boring. Hey, look, I won. Nobody was here to see it, and nobody's impressed. But look, I cheated. Yes. Bugging it, like glitching it. Again, my stance is I think it's cool to see what it can be like pushed to the extreme. And there are some speedruns that I find glitching cool in. I don't want to say necessary. Necessary is the wrong words. Sorry, I'm playing with my mouth. That came out weird. Playing out. You see what I'm doing. Because I feel like I'm kind of like talking out the side of my mouth for some reason. But maybe that's just because of the angle that the camera is capturing. Subnautica. That speedrun is really cool with the glitch. Depends on what the glitch is. Like in Subnautica, they play on a certain snapshot because there's a glitch that makes your, what's it called? The sea moth? Not the sea moth, the sea glide. It makes your sea glide move 3 times faster. It's a really neat glitch. And then there's another glitch that allows you to click on like opening a storage thing, but then exit the vehicle that, or the base that you're in. So then the storage page doesn't open, but what it does do is the next time you bring up your PDA, it actually brings up the storage. That's a cool glitch because all it does is just save time of like, hey, I got this entire inventory of stuff. Let me go back to my base, drop it off, then move forward again. It saves times there. That's an okay glitch in my mind. And then the very fast sea glide just speeds up the game. Cool glitch. There's also the glitch to break through the floor and then just dive right down. Okay, that skips a lot, but it's still like a 15 to 20 minute speed run. Those glitches I'm okay with. Because I've seen a glitchless speedrun of Subnautica. It's still like 38 or 40 minutes, somewhere around there. And the only real difference is because you can't cheat through the floor, you just have to make a second air tank. But otherwise, the glitches are practically the same. There's one where you get infinite resources in the Subnautica glitch series. But that's not bad. And this is the fun thing with glitches and speedruns. How did we get on this topic again? I'm certain we could follow the train back at a couple of stops to figure out how we got here. But if the glitch makes the viewing experience and the game fun, because the glitch is either really easy to pull off or satisfying to pull off, so it's consistent, then it's okay. If it's a glitch that just like ruins it, I'm looking at you, Pokemon Gold, and it's not fun. In Ocarina of Time randomizers, you like no glitch logic, but as horrifyingly obnoxious, but as horrifically obnoxious, no glitch logic is possible. Okay. We were talking about crit slop games, you think. Ah, right. And then I was talking about speedrunning crit slop games because they're fun to speedrun. Because they are satisfying, casual, easy enough. So you just figure out, how do I do it fast? Like, I think the glitchless version of a game about digging a hole speedrun is 11 minutes, which is insane. I think my fastest is 17. Which is plenty of time to get under the 30-minute mark, but it's a stressful one. And that's the kind of speedruns that I like, where the game isn't difficult, but the reaction and dealing with the game to keep it under a time is. So you add this level of stress to yourself. That's okay if you don't hit it. I would be upset if the achievement for 30 minutes was hard to get. I think Barry has another one where it's beat the game in an hour, and me and a buddy found a way to beat it in like 42 minutes consistently. Like Ocarina of Time Rando has an option to randomize Ocarina buttons so that you have to find down C before you can play the note on the ocarina. Okay, that's insane. That's a lot of randomizing. But do you think it'd be hilarious if you could also randomize your buttons full stop so you can't roll until you find the A button? Just gotta find the right modder. But just because I brought it up, Pokemon Gold, glitched speedrun, this is my favorite example of this glitch has gone too far where it's no longer fun. Because it's not hard to pull off, it's just boring. So you play Pokemon Gold up until you can get a Pokeball. And it's about like 13 minutes into the speedrun. You use the Pokeball, you catch 2 Pokemon, you store them in a box, you give them the weirdest name. And what happens after you catch these 2 Pokemon is you walk into a Pokemon Center, you go to a box, you start naming the box and the Pokemon very specific weird characters, because what you're trying to do is break the fact that these games have very, very fragile code You end up doing like spillovers because you put an invalid character in a certain spot. You end up coding, and you literally just hop into the box and you start coding. You walk out of the Pokemon Center, you walk a very specific path, and the credits roll. It's dumb. That's not a fun glitch, because it's also not fun to watch. I watched you play Pokemon for 10 minutes, and then I watched you play Coding Box Simulator, and then you beat the game. Yeah. Stupid. But again, Subnautica is my favorite example of a very enjoyable glitch speedrun, because the glitch add to the viewing experience. It's still fun to watch. And there's a little bit of execution in the whole, like, hey, did you turn around fast enough in order to get the flare storage glitch so that you have access to your storage as you're swimming? Did you do this weird setup and you just do the setup every time, but it's a very easy way to give yourself super speed? The downside is if you ever break the surface of the water, you lose your super speed. All right, so there's a little bit of back and forth in there. Ravioli asked Pokemon code on Pokemon Gold. The GBA Pokemon games, I don't know if Crystal finally had better code, or if it was Ruby and Sapphire that had actual good code. But Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, and Silver, oh my god, they were held together by gum and toothpicks. You can make it fun if you ramrod a SpongeBob SquarePants clip into Pokemon Yellow. This is from an actual test. Interesting. You can make it huh. I did see the message. I see it's not popping up on the chat, though. But damn. Repeat yourself because you didn't get on screen. That's valid, especially with we still don't know what's causing the YouTube chat eating of messages. Your favorite glitch like that is in Morrowind. Easy to set up, exactly how far you want to jump. Just don't set your jump to be longer than the continent. Yeah, things like that. Skyrim has a flying horse glitch that's very similar. Enjoyable to watch. Elden Ring, I forget what they're called. They're not called snaps. Elden Ring has a flying teleporting glitch that is about timing and stepping, and it's fun to watch. And then they still play Elden Ring, so I think it's still fine. I just don't really care for it. It's just a get me to the next area in-game glitch. Those ones are acceptable. I really like anything that, like, as long as the viewing experience is there. It depends on what you're breaking. If you are speedrunning with a glitch that makes the game not the game anymore, nah, I'm not interested. If it just lets you skip an area, maybe a boss, maybe just get from A to B a little bit faster, I'm okay with it. Wrong warps, I might draw the line at. I don't know why. You remember seeing a Crystal speedrun that was about 5 to 10 minutes long and it used one of those fainting glitches? Okay, so Crystal still has some painful code. That one and Super Mario Bros. 3 one that invokes color a dinosaur and adds the shine spark from Super Metroid. Tasks are weird. There's an Ocarina of Time one that's really nutty. Okay, interesting. You accidentally glitched Crystal while trying to name a Pokemon and had to reset your save before you caught the Pokemon. Oh, that sucks. You makes the game not the game anymore, but you think a task that codes a completely different game into the game and then runs that instead would be really funny. More as an experiment. I don't know like how it would be as a viewer. You've been digging through Steam thanks to the game recommendations and chat, and Marathon just will not leave you alone. Is literally anyone excited for that game as a fan of the originals, honestly? Pretty annoyed with the thing that basically throws everything that made the series cool out for some extraction shooter slop. Oh, that's another one. Yeah, like the Tarkov series and extraction shooters have gotten kind of popular recently. You say, and sky flying in Doom 2016 and Eternal. Ooh, I'm not familiar with that. Is that how Doom speedruns are done? There's a sky flying glitch? Doom speedrunners fly over the entire level as soon as you find a piece of slope geometry. I can imagine how that glitch works. But yeah, things like those. Those are like, I can't even universally say, like, traversal glitches are fine. It depends. Because even take, like, base God of War. Like, original God of War, not God of War 20... Is it 2016, 2018? I forget what year the remake of God of War came out in. The not PlayStation 4 one. The OG PS2 God of War. There's a glitch you can do while swimming that pushes you through geometry so you get out of the map while still being in a swimming state, and then you just swim through the sky. Is it cool the first time you see it? Yes. Does it make you skip a bunch of levels and some of the bosses? Also yes. Is it acceptable because it doesn't skip the entire game and you still have to beat some of normal levels? Yes. Also, the low percent record of Twilight Princess is hours longer than the any percent. What's the difference between low percent? Is that clearing as little as possible? Where any percent is just get the credits to roll as fast as possible? Low percent is we have found a way to get it to this percentage, so therefore it is a speed. And then you speed run that? Okay, yes. If you found a way to get an even lower percent, would that invalidate all the other runs on the low percent? Because it's like, hey, you might be able to do 11% in 4 hours, but I can do 3% in 9. Does that mean my 3% is the world record? I don't know why I'm asking these questions. These are just things to bring up to the speedrun community. Maybe they'll say like, yeah, it comes down to the game. It depends if they want the category to be minimal percent or just low percent. Maybe they have a clear the game as fast as possible while not clearing more than X. It comes down to whatever the community defines the rule as. It's not set in stone. Admittedly, you mostly think speedruns are dumb. For the most part, like, speedruns came out because we wanted to see how fast we could beat games because it was a sign of skill. It all comes down to, is it still a fun viewing experience? Then it's fine. I think as a community, I think speedrunners are great. I think it's really cool that speedrunning is a thing. It's not for me. I'm not disciplined enough to be a speedrunner. I do, quote unquote, speedrun some of my favorite games because that's eventually the challenge you get to when you're like, hey, I want to do blank in a game. Or I love playing this game. Let's give myself an arbitrary challenge. Can I go through the game doing this? Can I go through the game doing this? And one that you always hit is, can I speedrun it? If memory serves, Twilight Princess low percent is 10 plus hours watching Link hold an item. Oh, damn. That's interesting. Anyways, because Twilight Princess has a quirk where Link is holding an item he got from a chest, he very, very slowly slides backwards, and low percent utilizes this to make him slide through a gate. Oh, an item he got from a chest or a rupee if it's the first item he picked up, that rupee since loading the file. That's not a fun watch. That's more like a fun proof of concept. All right, Ro's still here. Well, all right. I want to drink the rest of my gamer subs. Out my throat. I didn't realize I was mostly out anyways, damn it. Speedrunners have already tried the modded curse challenge run in Silksong. Oh no! Is that where you mod in the curse crest in the beginning? A mod to have the witch curse from the beginning? Should have just kept reading. Why did I ask? Proof my brain works faster than my eyes, because I wanted to ask that question before reading the answer was right in front of me. Oh my god, that sounds awful. Holy shit. It's funny as a concept more than it is interesting to watch, you think? I agree with that. Because it's like, hey, I proved the game could do this. Cool, how long does it take? 10 hours? What do you do during the 10 hours? Walk away? Yeah, that's not a fun watch. That's a cool, it exists. I don't want to be the moderator who has to validate it. You also believe Hollow Knight's low percent is 40 plus hours? Holy crap, speedrunners would do anything to set records. I'm not gonna say I envy. I respect their dedication. I just love the way this model vibes. I'm so goddamn happy with it. And I'm so glad I can finally show it to everybody. Although you could pad that by running something else during the 10 hours. This is true. Just like minimize the screen, put it up in the corner, and then just go speedrun something else over and over again for 10 hours. And then swap back. Oh, this is gonna be such a fun model to use. I'm very much looking forward to it. I just gotta remember the dangerous button exists, and I should avoid the dangerous button. And I know it like changes to weird colors when this happens, and that's just the way like toggles work, where like it's like hold on. Like if I go from nothing, okay, still does the color change, never mind. Had to protect myself quick. Because the top, what's the words I'm looking for? There's a slide bar for changing colors. It goes from no colors up until the purple color that I chose, and it doesn't go from like purple to nothing and like fades out. So as it fades in, the color slides along with it. It's weird. That's why it changes weird colors, but yeah. You should avoid it or not. It all depends on what I'm allowed to do or not. If it's chill, it's chill. But I'm not going to do it often. The fastest run on a certain Mario Kart track took 21 hours to set up. Wow. It's a glitch that uses the cars on the track to push you forward before the timer loads. Average 1 pixel a minute. Oh my god. That's insane. Man, I'm looking forward to all the extra, like, not only just the, like, better tracking, better, just everything, but just the weird expressions I can pull off. I gotta get better at puppeting. Because there are some fun ones I can pull off. Oh shit! I just realized I forgot I completely derailed from a topic I was gonna do. I can be visibly smug now? Mm-hmm. Yes, I can. All right. I was, shit, I got derailed from that real fast. I was talking about my, how it's still my 3-year anniversary. Like, yes, obviously 3.0 debut, and this is awesome. But 3-year anniversary. I got a pair of presents from our lovely and favorite moderator, Phantoms. My boy did me well this year. And but I don't know what I mean by this year, but I wasn't expecting these. But all of a sudden, a couple of days ago, I get a package, and I open them up, and there's gifts for the 3-year. And I'm so fucking happy. So the first one, hopefully this comes in correctly. I'm gonna have to resize it. But the first thing that I got was this. I really have to resize that. 1 second. What did I get? A blue screen? Okay, so clearly that's a lot bigger than the other picture that I had. How fucking big is this picture? What the shit? Why is it so big? Oh, there's gotta be a better way to do this. Okay. I got it. There we go. That took way too long. Fucking blue screen, god damn it. But yeah, look at this. I exist. I'm in the real world. Obviously I had to take a picture of it. But this LED settings on it are like the static colors through the rainbow, so your classic red, green, blue. I think this is the purple setting. Maybe it's the blue setting. I can't quite remember. But it has its purple. It has the classic crit teal. Also, that room is so blue. That's because the room is white, and I had the lights off so that I could emphasize the fact that this was glowing its color. So, the room is blue because this is the only light source in the room at the time of the picture. Crit Myth is canon, this is true. But yeah, it has the classic, like, you hit the button of, like, on the little handle that you can see next to it, and it can go to the, like, let me cycle through all the colors, let me do the, like, my favorite is the rolling cycle, so it just like does its rainbow color change and everything. It did get a little damage in shipping, so the acrylic got a little scratched. That's okay. This is not my first time repairing acrylic, so I will get all those scratches out. But we have that, and hold on, I'm gonna grab one more because this is my absolute favorite of the gifts. Like this is actually the order that I opened them. Do I have to change the size of this one too? Kind of. This right here, holy shit. Phantoms crushed it on this one. Look what he got me. As a matter of fact, it's right here on the desk next to me. Because while I was having my gamer subs, I was using it. But look at this! I'm on a shaker cup! Oh, I'm so happy. So now I get to enjoy my gamer subs in a cup that I am on. Cup Myth. So yeah, we got a shaker cup. I'm not gonna lie. If I ever made merch, this would be making the cut. And he informed me directly that, yes, do not worry. He did, in fact, ask B, our other lovely moderator, permission to put her artwork on this shaker cup. Because, yes, B did draw that. I love this thing. I love this thing so much. Absolutely crushed it. I wasn't expecting that, but it was a wonderful surprise to come home one day with a package to help celebrate my 3-year anniversary. Thank you, Phantoms. You demand. Wait. Do I have a lean feature? Kinda. That's more of an up and down feature. Look at me, I'm bouncing. That one's not gonna get old very fast. Bouncy bush boy. Bouncy bush boy. Oh, it's so cool. Critty Doki. Okay. That's the best. What a fucking compliment. Holy shit. I like that one. Thank you for that one, Manga. Very, very well played. Happy to help. I hope I can uphold the Chibi Doki eyes well. I do remember seeing a clip from her before where she was talking about the eyes, because, like, it's kind of just been universally claimed as, oh yeah, those are the Chibi eyes. And she is shocked that she has accidentally claimed that as a, like, model. Like, there was a couple of other VTubers that when they debuted and, like, showed that they also have the toggle, they're like, hey, did you get permission from Chibi in order to use those eyes? And she comes back with, like, those aren't mine. It's just eyes go in different directions. She puts them on her model because she is very much the type of person that doesn't want to be sexualized. So she makes her model very cutesy and more adorably so that it can't be portrayed or pursued in that light. But she was both honored and confused because she doesn't have claim over the eyes. But it's kind of just been universally accepted that if you do that, those are chibi eyes. And Chibi Doki is awesome. I have so much respect for her. Which is why when we played My Voice Zoo, I had to try to do my best Chibi impersonation for something. And the fact that we did it on the dog and we had Chibi Doggy named after it, oh, that was fun. A deep breath. All my anxiety is gone. This was a very fun debut. Thank you, everybody who's been here for a little while. Thank you for everybody who's been here for all 3 years, if anyone actually has. For whatever time you've been here, I hope you've enjoyed being a part of the Rowan Empire and becoming a Critizen by hitting that subscriber button. And to the select few out there who are oh so generous and love the game of the free-to-play game of watching my streams, of buying the cosmetic DLC, and becoming a member of the Rowan Knights. Thank you all. I'm actually getting a little teary-eye over that. I got a little sappy at the end here. What the hell? I'm like actually crying. I'm so glad I was able to make some of you laugh, some of you smile, all of you cringe, because my dad jokes do that to everybody. Congrats on 3 years. Thank you. Damn you, Chris, now you can't stop playing the fucking hole game. Hold on. The fucking hole game is a different game. The digging hole game. I'm glad you're enjoying it, though. See? Crit slop. Something about it just makes the dopamine become addictive. I know exactly what you mean. But I'm glad you've been enjoying this. For 2 years, you've been watching my video streaming content, and like you said, thank you. Thank you for being here. Oh yeah, by the way, remember to hydrate. Good call. I just ran out of my current gamer subs, but that's probably a good thing because it was the caffeinated gamer subs, and I don't need more caffeine at this time of night. This was a delight, my dude. I was looking for Mega Man playthroughs and found my X3 playthrough. Live one lucky Wegowan Wednesday. Stuck around ever since. Oh, it was from X3. Okay. Congrats on debut. And may it be just another step on your long, long journey as a beautiful blueberry bush daddy. Thank you, Manga. Thank you all. But all right. Without further ado, I'm going to call it a night. And the good news is, it was a debut, which means I'm not going anywhere. We have a wonderful plan over the weekend. I think we're playing, is it Okami again on Saturday? I can't remember. I'm cheating. I'm going to my Discord. What am I playing on Saturday? It is Okami. I'm playing Okami on Saturday, and then we're playing Monster Hunter Wilds on Sunday. Because AT Arkveld is a pain in the ass to hunt. So, I'm going to go play it on stream. And if you own Monster Hunter Wilds and are also an avid hunter, I think I'll open up the lobby to everybody. So anybody that wants to hop in and hunt alongside me, you are more than welcome to. If you're not a hunter and you just want to see me make goofy comments talking about monsters and playing a game that I absolutely love, you are also welcome to hang out on Sunday. And if Monster Hunter appalls you, I hope you enjoy a good Sunday finding something that doesn't appall you. But I'll be here playing Monster Hunter. It's only been almost a couple of years and it already feels nostalgic, right? You are welcome for the stream. Please leave a like for my very Eichmann boy. Yeah, I appreciate it. You've been here since close to the end of the Subnautica streams. I cannot wait for Subnautica 2. Even though I know the Subnautica devs and team are going through some shenanigans and some shit right now. I hope they can get it together. I hope everything is fine. Because I am looking forward to Subnautica 2. I want that game to be good. You should be at work on Sunday, but hunt a couple of beasties for you, my dude. I will. I am going to hunt so many Arkvelds that I get to wear its skin. Ah, being a hunter is awesome. Shenanigans derogatory. Yes. I hate what's been happening over at, I forget the name of the studio. Unknown Worlds? I really hope, I hope for the best, but it sucks. But alright, size and delight. Size and delight while basking in the skin of your fallen foes. Ah! People ask me, am I a Souls-like streamer? I've been asked that question once, and it's like stuck with me for years. Don't know why. Because the answer is no. I don't like Souls-like games. I like streaming Souls-like games. Very different thing. Liking a Souls-like game implies that I like Souls-likes, which is untrue. But I do like entertaining everybody by playing a Souls-like games. Because as a person who isn't a Souls-like player, it's really fun to watch me suffer in a Souls-like game. You hope I get to try Code Vein 2 soon? Same! Because even though I'm not a Souls-like player, I love Code Vein. Code Vein is probably my favorite Souls-like game, which is a hot fucking take. Oh, right, and we already talked about this yesterday, how I already have a hot take when it comes to Souls-likes, because what isn't a hot take is Elden Ring is probably my favorite FromSoft Souls-like, because it's where I started, it's the most accessible. I don't want to say it's the easiest, but it's the most accommodating for me. I was allowed to play big stick, make damage, and that's what I like. And then I don't like Dark Souls 3, and we talked about this, is because Soul of Cinder, like, reamed my ass so many times, it just made me frustrated. Dark Souls 2 was fun because of Poison. Looking forward to playing Dark Souls 1 on stream, just because it'll be a fun experience. But I'm not a Souls-like player, but I am a Monster Hunter lover. Wait. Yes, Monster Hunter lover. Hunter is important in that phrase. I said I was getting ready to go, and now I'm ready to yap. This is awesome. I've heard people talk about Souls-likes and Monster Hunter and how they're similar. And I will admit, they're similar. But there are some major differences of why I love Monster Hunter combat and why Souls-likes don't just jive with me. Souls-likes are more tolerable when you have 5 different people still yapping about something that happened an hour earlier on the stream because it was funny. Exactly. I have definitely used stream as a way to play a game that I know is good that I personally don't like multiple times. Subnautica was one of them. And it's not because I didn't like Subnautica, it's because I was fucking terrified of Subnautica. So I'm like, okay, if I do it with chat, that just means my fear is funny. That'll make me do it more. The classic, like, I don't want to do this, but then you look over at your friend, should I do it? They're like, it'd be funny. So they're like, okay, I'll do it. Well, I mean, there are different tiers of liking things. This is true. Like, you loathe mini-game, full party games. Respect your Mario parties and what have you, but if you were entertaining someone else, then you couldn't think of anything better. In that scenario specifically, you love that game. Exactly. And that's why I temper it with, I definitely don't hate Souls-likes. I'm just not a Souls-like player. Like, when people were watching all of the Souls-likes that I was doing, all the Dark Souls, etc., they're like, hey, what's your favorite Souls-like? You want to play more Souls-likes? I'm like, guys, I'm not a Souls player. I'm playing a Souls game. That doesn't mean I, like, adore the series. I definitely don't adore it. I don't hate them, but they're not my cup of tea. It's the challenge. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate challenge. This is going to be hard to describe, but if you hear it to the end, it'll make sense. Souls, and again, this is my opinion. This is not a fact. This is just my opinion and my interpretation. Souls games are meant to be too hard to beat. They're meant to hit you with an unfair bullshit challenge that you then have to think your way out of. Which, for the most part, that's just how games are. Souls are definitely at the higher end of that difficulty scale. They want that challenge to be the, like, front and center main purpose. So when you go into a boss, they're like, it's gonna be hard. If this is your first time seeing this boss, you're not expected to win. You're expected to die over and over again until you learn. And then, just like a magnificent anime protagonist going into Ultra Instinct for the first time, the boss makes a move, and you perfectly handle it. You perfectly roll through that attack. You parry the shit out of it. You do all of this high-level tech, and then you murder that boss. But the gameplay loop is especially like veterans, they're like, oh yeah, you just run past the mobs because they don't matter. You go to the boss, you have it memorized, so you find these opening windows and you attack. Okay, what do the attacks look like? Is it, hey, I dodged 3 attacks and now I get to do this sick combo? No, you dodge 3 attacks and you take your stick and you poke them in the side because that's the level of your opening. It's like, I don't get a power fantasy from I roll through everything. It's almost like a rhythm game of I dodge through the attacks that I have to be prepared for, and it's super defensive, not tank defensive, rogue defensive. Like, I am super dexterous, I don't put any armor, I am a glass cannon, and I'm not even a glass cannon. I'm a glass piece of paper that you can't land a hit on, and then I give you a paper cut. And I will do that enough times until you go down. Again, I'm being hyperbolic here. There are definitely huge hitting ways. There's ways to one-shot almost any boss in all of the Souls-like games through certain means. Again, that's not where I have fun. So why do I like Monster Hunter? It's literally that last part, because everything else is kind of the same, except for the part where it's trying to kill you. Monster Hunter doesn't want to make a boss to the level where it's trying to kill you and it's meant to kill you. It's supposed to be, this is a giant fucking animal. It's going to do animal-like things. It has movesets, you will dodge out of the way. But where Monster Hunter doesn't put the pressure on invincibility frames and timing, it wants you to be like, this attack is going to hit this area, so get the hell out of the way or block. And if you like blocking, that's where Lance, Gun Lance, and Heavy Bowgun come in. And even Sword and Shield. You can block. You can build a perfect parry tank build in Monster Hunter. It's not the most common. Usually it's move to the side, get to the spot where the hitboxes don't exist, because there aren't too many bullshit hitboxes. Bless you off. But then when you have an opening, do you just poke it with one attack? No. Take the Gun Lance as an example. Gun Lance has a combo that takes 15 seconds to pull off, where you stab, shoot, and unload 2 cannons into a monster face. That's the power fantasy that I love, and the game lets you do that. Not always, but there is an opening in every monster's moveset where you can do a full Gun Lance combo. That's why I love Monster Hunter. Yeah, you had this fantasy game in your head for years where you played as a regular human fighting through the kind of world someone like Dante from Devil May Cry would normally be gliding through. And then you realized after you were just thinking of a Souls-like, that's true. I'm just a normal guy, and I have this big stick. Bonk. But I think that's the big decisive change for me between why I love Monster Hunter and why Souls-like just isn't my thing. I still enjoy them, like, for what they are, but I'm not, like, clamoring for, like, hey, new Souls has dropped, let's go play it. That's not me. But if you told me a new Monster Hunter came out, I'm 1,000% pre-ordering it and getting ready to do more hunts. And it's the power fantasy. Monster Hunter lets you, and I think I described it this way. In Souls-like, you are playing the game's tempo. You must adapt to the game. In Monster Hunter, you can brute force your playstyle into the game. And as a tank player, maybe this is the root. I'm a tank player at heart. Souls-like doesn't reward the bulky tank. You can try it. Like Elden Ring has a good full shield build. I hear Dark Souls 1 has a good full shield build. But you can tell FromSoft loves dexterity and they love rolling. They would rather see you hold the giant weapon with no armor and perfect dodge. Because that's also what happened in Armored Core 6, which is probably my favorite FromSoft game. I love Armored Core 6. But again, I tried to be a tank build, and a boss murdered me because I was too immobile. Souls games reward mobility and timing. I am a rock, and you are going to deal with it. You are not the chosen one. You are Carl from accounting. Dude, that needs to be the title of the game. New Souls game dropped called Carl from Accounting. You just get dropped into Devil May Cry and you get to watch Dante. You have to deal with the stragglers. Counter argument, just be more stubborn. That is a valid point. Because I know, Blue, you very much were pushy on me for using shields in Elden Ring. I never bit because, unfortunately, the build patterns I was doing wasn't shield-oriented. But yes, Elden Ring had a very good shield build. But Dark Souls 2 did not. Nor did Dark Souls 3. To be fair, there are a ton of Dantes in fiction. Yep. And like 90% of them are specifically referencing the poet. Oh, yeah. There's even a God of War clone where you literally play that specific Dante. Dante's Inferno. I'm very familiar with it because it was the only God of War clone that was available on the Xbox 360. And since I didn't have a PS3, I wasn't able to play God of War 3, so I settled for Dante's Inferno. To be fair, Dante could also refer to the guy who has the Inferno. Yeah, that one. That said, it is very funny to have to be so specific. Also true. You still use shields in Dark Souls 2 because you will forever be tied to Link from Legend of Zelda. Respect. Very much respect. I, unfortunately, either never got the shield or didn't want to use, like... Again, maybe I'm portraying the fact that I also watch Souls creators. Because, again, it's fun to watch Souls content. I'm just not a Souls player. And the amount of times it's just like, oh yeah, strip all your armor off, wear the smallest shield possible because it has the best parry timing. I'm like, you are the polar opposite of how I want to play. I want to see you put on Moore's armor, Moore's shield, and then in your main hand, use another Moore's shield. I don't care. Just hit him with that wall. Dante's Inferno is like the most amazing 6 out of 10 game you've ever played. That is a perfect description of it. Like, it had the pieces, they just didn't all come together. It's so scuffed, but you loved it. I also enjoyed it. It's just, it just never sent it home. It was like the buildup of about to have a sneeze, and you're like, this is gonna be great. I can't wait to sneeze. And then you never do. It was still very fun. It just didn't live up to the God of War that I was trying to make it replace. You can power stance 2 specific shields in Dark Souls 2. Yeah, the ones that are the left and right, like doors, right? Can't outstall the wall. Exactly. I don't get the reference, but that is my playstyle. I am a tank. As you will see on Sunday, for the Monster Hunter stream, I'm a hunting horn main. I used to be a lance main. Does this all make sense now? Actually, I used to have a lot of mains. I went through so many weapons in Monster Hunter. I started off as an insect glaive, and then I ran into a Diablos for the first time. So then I became a light bowgun because I couldn't deal with Diablos, and I wanted to be as far the fuck away from him as possible. And then I was a light bowgun all the way through base world. And then I became a switch axe main because I wanted to change up my weapon. No, there was one other change in there. I went from bowgun to lance because I had a friend that was starting Monster Hunter and I didn't want to be in my end game weapon gear to help them through hunts. So I'm like, I'll just switch to a weapon I've never used and I'll upgrade it to match your weapon. And I chose lance. And lo and behold, I fell in love with it, which was weird because my buddies were like, the lance is the most boring weapon, and I absolutely adored it. And then right before, what's it called? What's the ice expansion? Iceborne. Ice in the fucking name. What's the ice expansion? Right, Iceborne. Right before Iceborne came out, I became a switch axe main. And it was fun learning all the new weapons. Then I switched off a switch axe, went back to insect glaive for a little bit, and eventually I became a bow main. So I finished off Monster Hunter World as a bow player. But I had lance, insect glaive, light bowgun, bow under my belt. And then after Iceborne, after playing through all the title updates and playing with all my friends, I don't know why I switched to becoming a hunting horn player. I think it's because I like being supporty and friendly. And I think it might have been a challenge because one of my friends was a hammer main, and I liked KOing monsters. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to encroach on my friend's hammer, so I'll try the hunting horn. And I have no idea why it clicked at such a primordial level for me, but I love the hunting horn. And then Rise came out, and they made hunting horn absolutely insane. Also, is the Dark Souls 2 DLC just abandoned? Which Dark Souls 2 DLC? I thought I beat it all. I could have sworn I finished Dark Souls 2. You'll come at me with Gut Sword and a Cathedral Door as a shield. Come at me, bro. Yes! I love that. Or was it finished and you missed it completely? I thought I completed it. I beat the Ice DLC and I thought that was the last one. You were referencing a video of someone being a menace with Mega Aggron in Pokemon Showdown. Oh shit! I loved Mega Aggron. Oh my god, you just watched Crit do the adorable little looking skyward whilst pondering, looking in real time. This model is cash money, right? Stop! Hammer time! I got you. Did I do the unicorn spam field? Oh, no, no, no. I never ran back to the, like, arena areas. I skipped all that shit. I have heard about the unicorn spam field. But yeah, I skipped the arenas. I just beat the bosses because I was tired. That video taught you how terrifying sleep talk can really be on a Pokemon. Rest talk sets are incredible. So in that respect, partly abandoned? Yep. I never said I would 100% it, but I played through the games, I beat the DLCs, I beat the primary boss of the areas. I just... on some of the areas. But again, not a Souls-like player. My goal isn't to do squeeze every dropout. It was, we juiced the game, we had our lemonade, and I threw out the rind. Yes, there was some juice left, but that's okay. Does it put my jacket back on? Yes, it does. Look at that. And now there's color in our life again. And that color is dark blue. Speaking of, now there's purple. Oh shit, that's fancy. Look at that. So stylish. Look at that comfy boy. Now I'm a styling boy. And that is when Shrek exits the shitter, using the book as toilet paper. I wonder if my condenser is actually making me louder than I'm meant to be. Shakespeare and Mozart. You remember Dude was running Substitute, Rest, and Sleep Talk? Oh shit, that's a set. They also had one of the tail moves. Can't remember if they were using Iron Tail or Dragon Tail. Okay, so I think it would be Dragon Tail. Because that's where Rest Talk gets really annoying. Maybe not on a Mega Aggron. But because Dragon Tail has negative priority, if you Sleep Talk into Dragon Tail, it has Sleep Talk priority, so you can actually Dragon Tail an enemy or the defending Pokemon before it moves. So if you have a bunch of hazards, and this is Showdown, so this isn't 2v2 VGC, this is the 1v1. So if you have Spikes and Stealth Rock up, and you Sleep Talk into Dragon Tail, you're just gonna start knocking Pokemon back out of areas and into hazards all the time. But since it's an Aggron, you're probably not moving faster anyways. But I would guess it was Dragon Tail, because Iron Tail doesn't really make too much sense on the set. It does damage, but you could be running Heavy Slam instead. Oh god, I see the music and I forget the tune to Dragon Tales, but I do remember this. And I don't want to ruin the tune, so I'm not going to try the melody. Hang on, you want to double check the set, BRB? Take your time. The fact that I know it is all you need? Yeah. Oh, being over 30 means I know what Dragon Tales is. I think I remember the tune for Come Along and Take My Hand, Let's All Go to Dragonland. But I forget the first part. I remember the, not the, like, opening theme, but I remember the kid, I don't want to call it a chant. Calling it a kid chant makes it sound like they're in a cult or something. But I remember the hold hands to go back home phrase. I wish, or no, maybe it's the hold the dragon scale to get to the lands. I wish with all my heart to fly with dragons in a land apart. I mean, it's kind of culty. Okay, you're back. It was Dragon Tail. They also had Filter on it. Mega Aggron only comes with Filter. I think that's the only ability Mega Aggron has. And it's why Mega Aggron is so much better than normal Aggron, because losing the rock type actually made him lose weaknesses, and being a steel type is just insane. And then with Filter, he didn't even take super effective damage. He just took normal, it's not normal damage, right? Filter is like reduce super effective by 33%. So instead of doing double damage, it only does like 1.5 times, maybe something like that. You never used Mega Aggron outside of a ROM hack that gave Mega Aggron more abilities. Ah, that's fair. Because Filter is a very defensive, but that's what Mega Aggron is. And in ROM hack, you don't want defensive Pokemon, you want offensive. Which is why I love it when ROM hacks give my boy Regigigas any ability. I don't care what it is, as long as it's not slow start. Or the Slaking one. Slacking. Not a bad cult, not gonna lie. The Cult of Dragons, this is true. Cult of Dragons allows you to do some fun stuff. Ask Elden Ring players. All right, it's starting to get a little late. I know it's like right before we would normally end a normal stream, but we did start a little earlier. Ooh, Inclement Emerald, I've heard of that one. The one that you have to be so absurdly strategic to beat most battles. I love hard mode ROM hacks. Not evil ROM hacks. I'm looking at you, Blue Kaizo. You're an example of an evil ROM hack. But I love challenge mode ones. Blaze Black. And, what was the white one called? Blaze Black and... I can't remember what the white one was called. I only played the Blaze Black version. Blaze Black was a wonderful ROM hack. Like, the first gym leader has 6 Pokemon. They're all under level 10, but they have 6 Pokemon. Because they're a gym leader, they should. Totally okay, we've been vibing, yapping for nearly 30 extra minutes. Also true. Honestly, we've been yapping and vibing for an hour or so. Personally, my boys, Regice, hell yes! Regardless of how bad he is stat-wise. He's not bad, he's just very specially defensive. Where Regirock is very physically defensive, and Registeel is both defensive, but not as well as Regirock or Regice. And then Regigigas just has a terrible ability, but an insane number of stats. And then they're like, man, we really screwed over the Reggie, so let's make Regidrago and the spawn of Satan, Regieleki. Nothing to do with his looks. Regieleki looks amazing, but the spawn of Satan is because that motherfucker is fast and hits like a truck. Get to bed, you beautiful bush. Very valid, very valid. You're gorgeous, and you can't wait to see more of you rocking in this Swagalicious skin. Just wait till next Wednesday when we have our first Mega Man with this. It'll be great. You mentioned it a couple times and believe recommended it at some point. Probably. Inclement Emerald makes slow start less evil, so that's another win for that hack. Oh, that's awesome. Do they make it only like 3 turns or something? Or do they only like reduce speed and not attack? Those are questions for the future. Emerald is a very nice hack game. Oh. I'm going to make a poll quick before we head out for the night, because I'm curious. Slow start is 1 turn. Oh, that's sick. Quick poll. Would you watch a Pokemon stream? Yes? No. I'm asking this. I think I know the answer. Because I kind of want to play Alpha Rad's Pokemon Too Many Types. You've never clicked faster in your life. I think playing Pokemon Too Many Types would be a lot of fun as a stream topic. Pokemon is one of those things that you don't like in a direct sense, but can accept it secondhand. Very true. You played too many types and it broke your brain. And see, I would very much, probably, more than likely, have like a type chart pulled up on either like an extra monitor or somewhere on stream so everybody can view it. Balatro is like that too. I am a weird one and I don't really care for Balatro. Like, I understand and I get it. I don't like watching it either because I don't get it. Everybody's just like, oh, that's a good one, I'll take it. It's like, I don't know what that does. You clicked it too fast. I don't see what's happening. But yeah, it is fun to see cards and points and scores and etc. But yeah, Balatro never vibed with me. It's weird because I like cards. I like roguelikes. it just never like got me addicted. Holy fuck, yes, okay. It sounds like a Pokemon stream is going to be in our future. That's because it seems like I'm just going to end the poll. Nobody said no. So good. I'll look into it. I'll probably have to get a DS or Game Boy emulator. Again, easy enough, but also if you've ever played Radical Red and enjoyed it, you'd probably like Inclement Emerald. I've never played Radical Red, but my brother did. I think I would like it. You'd be willing to play Balatro if you could take the stat tracking out behind the shed. Fair. Hey, Balatro, how many times have I played a high card since starting the game? I don't know, man. You told me not to count. You are far from the biggest Pokemon fan. You haven't really adored a Pokemon game since Gen 3. Yeah, that's where my most adoration went. I loved Sapphire version. But dude, watching other people play Pokemon game in their own way, catch their own team, geek out about their own favorites is amazing to watch. That's true. On said DS emulator on my phone, I downloaded Sacred Gold, which is my favorite Pokemon hack to this day, which is why I'm excited for Pokemon Too Many Types and Pokemon Too Many Types 2. The more typening. But I downloaded Sacred Gold because they made so many good changes. A fellow Sapphire lover, fuck yes, hell yeah! I loved Sapphire. Emerald might be, like, Emerald and Platinum might be up there as the two best Pokemon games made. Outside of the Gen 2 remakes. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I think, are the best Pokemon games made. But Platinum and Emerald are really high up there too. But Pokemon Sacred Gold is a Heart Gold ROM hack. And it does small things, like the smallest of things. Like give Beedrill 125 attack. So I fucking love it. You're going to recommend the My Boy GBA emulator for it if you needed to find one, but not sure if that can run on a computer. That is true. There's plenty out there. Like there's Desmume. And I think that's the one that I use for all the normal hacks. I'll find something. And then I'll make sure I can get a nice layout, because it's one thing to just capture the image. It's another to get a nice overlay that I can use to put things in the right places. You thoroughly enjoyed Emerald when you played it. Your MVP was a mighty Enna named Buddy. Hell yeah! I think when I played Sapphire, what was my go-to? It was either a Flygon or my Aggron. I loved my Aggron so much. Aggron was one of my favorite Pokemons for a long time. I know my top Pokemon are weird. But everybody, like, who's like an actual Pokemon fan usually has a weird favorite, right? Like my older brother's favorite is Slowpoke. Hence, as we can see on the board behind you guys, it mentions Slowpoke, because that's my older brother. Yeah. It's a really, really clever name for a Slowpoke lover. But my favorite is Shuckle. I fucking love that thing. And that should make sense, given my tank personality, right? My favorite Pokemon is the highest defense bug in a rock. Top 3, Haunter, Raichu, and Blaziken. Hell yeah! It takes a true Pokemon fan to say your favorite is a not fully evolved. Don't fuckle with the Shuckle. I have always wanted to see Shuckle get an evolution. I understand why it can't. Because Eviolite Shuckle would be unfucking fair. You're a basic bitch, you know, but Blaziken, your beloved fire kicky chicken, it's awesome. There's a reason it got so much love. Behind Pikachu and Charizard, Blaziken is up there on Game Freak's like favorite list. Mine was Gardevoir. The Psychic Lady got you through a lot of bullshit. Gardevoir was awesome. Fun fact. That is actually a fun Pokemon trivia question. Who has higher base stat totals? Gardevoir or Alakazam? So many people said the Poochyena line sucked for Emerald, and you didn't realize your Mightyena was like your high IV at the time, so you were so confused. Ah, you got a high IV one. It served its purpose as like a counter early to like the Zigzagoon Linoon line. But yes, it is a low BST dark line that's supposed to serve you through the middle game. But hey, it's your MVP. Haunter is such a good vibe. Little Jack-o'-lantern spooky spiky boy. He's awesome. You got the little detached hands for grabbies. Yeah. No, it's not Pikachu. Pikachu does not have the higher BS total. Pikachu is way behind, even with a light bulb. I believe, I can't say that with a straight face. Maybe with a light bulb, Pikachu might have more, or a higher effective BST than Gardevoir or Alakazam. But the answer is Gardevoir. Gardevoir has more stats than Alakazam does. Alakazam just has higher speed and special attack. But Gardevoir is awesome. A really nice psychic line, and really good to pair with Wally as second rival. Ash's Pikachu then. Ash's Pikachu is still limited by the things, but yes, Ash does cheat. The answer is always Pikachu. That's not true! Your Walrein was also a beast and surprisingly complicated. Complimented what you had going on, buddy. I also used the Walrein. Love that Lardo. I love the ice types, even though they suck, because their defensively they're a terrible type, and most ice types are slow, like Walrein. Ash's Pikachu has main character power? Yeah. Oh my god, I still tear up when I first saw the Ash's champion battle against Leon, and Ash's Pikachu went full-on main character. And then to hear that Alejandro Saab himself, who voices Leon, pitched and pressured the dubbing team at the time, so I think that is Funimation that did the dubbing, and said, you have to play the OG Pokemon song at this moment. Shows just how big of a fan Saab is of the work that he's being a part of. Oh my god, it pulls at my heartstrings every time. You remember using Walrein, Mightyena, and Salamence. I never went for a Salamence, but you forgot the rest of your team, unfortunately. I only remember my Walrein, my Aggron, and my Flygon, so I'm right there with you. And it plays at the exact right moment. Yes, you can tell fans were involved in making that decision. Well, shit. So I sobbed because of Saab. Living up to his name. Yes, I did. All right, everybody. I've enjoyed the extra yap. Thank you all for hanging out for as long as you have and wanted to. I appreciate everybody who tuned in for the debut, saw their stuff, and then had other things to do. To all of you who hung out until now, I appreciate the living hell out of you. Oh, you played with a Sobble at the time, perchance? Were I playing? Wait, I'm not gonna translate that. Were you playing with a Sobble at the time, perchance? Unfortunately, no. Did Sobble come out in the Sun and Moon, or was Sobble the Sword and Shield? I think Sobble was Sword and Shield. I never played Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, or Scarlet and Violet. Sobble was Sword and Shield, yeah. Who was the water type in Sun and Moon? Sun and Moon was the Incineroar. Was that the Drum Monkey? With Grookey? I remember Grookey. I don't remember Grookey's final evolution. I should. But I don't. Poplio, right! The seal! That was the Sun and Moon. That turns into a mermaid, yeah! That was Sun and Moon. Okay. And then Sword and Shield had Sobble, the Soccer Bunny, and Sprigatito. Alola was Lit and Poplio. Oh, Alola was Rowlet. Okay. You're right, that was Rowlet. So Decidueye was Sun and Moon. Which means Sprigatito must have been Scarlet and Violet, which is Sprigatito, Fuecoco. What's the water type? The duck, Quaxley. Yeah, duck, alligator, and cat. That was Scarlet and Violet. Archer, wrestler, and mermaid for Sun and Moon. Yeah. You're heading out. Primarina, possibly spelled wrong, was the fucking fantastic, by the way, later. Oh, yes. Enjoy your game about digging a hole, Zaloff. Enjoy your crit slop. I hope you have fun. All right, I'm also going to start heading out. So thank you all for hanging out with me today. It's been a lot of fun. It's been 3 years, and I look forward to so many more. However many that is. I obviously can't do this forever because forever is impossible for human beings. But I will do this for as long as it's fun for people. It's fun for me. That's how long I'll stick around. But yeah, happy 3-year anniversary. Happy 3.0 debut. It has been so fun preparing for this. And I'm so glad it's finally here. Decidueye had so much potential and they ruined it. Which version? The original or the Hisuian? I'll leave you on that. You can tell me later. It's all right. I'm heading out. Thank you all. So without further ado, from good eye to goodbye. Have a good one, everyone. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye now.